All right, so I really never do unboxing of anything. I just never have, but I started tearing into this box. The packaging looks really good. Looks really clean. First impressions, I'm impressed. But check this out. Now open the hardware box and a little handwritten note for me from the MOS team. Thanks for reviewing our product, Pete. We're looking forward to your honest opinion and feedback. That's what I'm talking about. Like I say, it's packaged up well. It looks robust, feels good. Let's dive into it and see what happens here. How about that? A 2-year warranty. Hardware looks good. Very organized packaging. I like it. The instructions also, I mean, that's like a nice hard, like waxy kind of paper, not just flimsy. And it's very good instructions too. All right, so far the installation is super easy. The entire actuating unit is already completely assembled. And all you got to do is put this crossbar on the bottom that unifies both sides. And I measured my crossbar spacing on the 4Runner, and look what they give you. This handy dandy little ruler on the crossbar makes that really easy. I double checked it, right on the money. So yeah, now all that's left is to put the attaching hardware for the crossbars so I can just mount it. The only thing it doesn't have that I wish it did off the bat, just first looks, is I've got the T-channel crossbars up there, and there's no way to mount this directly to that. For that really clean mounting look, you have to use the U-bolts. I wish it had the little square nut so I could run it right into the crossbars like this. You know, the mounting hardware, I have that on the crossbars. I wish I had that ability to mount this like that. That's the only thing so far that I wish was different. But yeah, let me keep moving. I'm gonna put the U-bolt assembly on there, mount it up there, probably strap a kayak on there, and go down the road and see what happens. All right, folks, so there it is, the MOS UpLift. I've got it up on the other side of the 4Runner. You can see the 2 Enjoy on the other side. So the MOS is a little beefier, a little more substantial lift, kind of a dual hydraulic, so it doesn't like snap up as fast. It's more controlled both ways. Yeah, it's pretty nice. The install went pretty easy. As far as roof racks assembly and install go, that was probably the easiest one I've done. It's about 5.5 inches taller than the 2 Enjoy, bringing my height from the ground to the top of the lift about 8'3". So with the mounting, the U-bolts, it would have been best if it was dead center of the mounting bracket for the crossbars. I couldn't do that. And that's where if I had the T-bolt ability for this to mount it straight to the crossbar, I think it would be really, really good. And I could place this wherever I want. The way it works out is this actually comes down, it's not too far out, but you want it a little far away from the vehicle. You don't want to, you know, risk scratching your vehicle or breaking a window when you put a heavy load on there. And on the other side of the mounting hardware, it was barely working, but it was a little too close to the chart. Bring it on out. It's maybe a little further than I need, but it's not ridiculously far. It works really well. So like I say, the prescribed little ruler there is dead on, and that made it real easy to get my spacing to the existing crossbars. A+ on that. I wish everything was that simple. It looks pretty good. And the next test is going to be to ride down the road with it with no boat, to see if I hear any whistle or any air noise. And then I'm going to put the Alpha up there and ride down the road with it that way. And overall, I'm still impressed. This is a nice product. Let me show you how to actuate it. So basically you come up, unfold both of those, turn them down, and then you can just pull, and you got the action. It's a one-handed thing. Not bad at all. And to go up, there's no lock like the 2 Enjoy because it's not spring loaded. You can just let it go up most of the way, then assist that last little bit, and then you lock down your 2 locks. You're ready to go. Yeah, so this is one-armed operation. I was gonna say if there's any one-armed kayakers out there looking to actuate their lift system, but then I thought, you know, that's gonna be tough putting a strap on, putting a boat on, getting the boat off, getting the straps off. I know there's some one-armed kayakers out there, but you're probably still gonna need some help getting it on the roof. If you don't, I'd like to see a video of that. But if you're an idiot like me, and you're a one-armed YouTuber because you're holding the camera, you can do that. Just get it going. Once you get to that break point, keep coming, and boom, it's done. To go up, you can just lift it and then push it in the rest of the way. Really smooth operation. Just remember, turn those upside down when you want to get it going again. So there's a point there where it kind of stops and you can just pull it a little more. And with the kayak on there, that's going to come a little easier. But yeah, super product. The rubber is wing to wing on that all the way up, and it does have the T-bolt availability, so if you wanted to put like a little stopper piece of hardware, you could. You really don't need that. Another thing I like about this over the others is that you can wrap around this hardware, because none of this hardware folds up into the apparatus. With the 2 Enjoy, you had to kind of strap away from where it folds up. You see how it folds top and bottom into the apparatus, so you really can't use the vertical bar or the horizontal bar. I would have to go into that little kickstand at the bottom for the bottom strap, and around the crossbar at the top for the top strap. Works fabulous. But this is even better because I can go straight around the vertical bar, straight around the crossbar, and get a even better fit. So yeah, I'm stoked. So let me put this up. I'm gonna go right around the neighborhood and see what it sounds like. Let's go. All right, so 45 at the moment. No sound, no rattle, no jiggles, no whistles. It's about 60 now. Yeah, no noise. There she is, all strapped up. Nice, clean. The straps work really well. Basically just like a J-hook, but it's on there good. It's not going anywhere. I'm totally happy with that. And let's go down the road. All right, rolling down the road at about 60 miles an hour. All is good. No whistles, no sounds. All right, folks, final verdict on the MOSRacks.com UpLift, which is a lift assist kayak rack, or you know, whatever other kind of rack you want to use. I think you can put bicycle parts on there, whatever you want. But for me, it's going to be kayaking. It actually works perfectly for kayaking, just like it is. You don't need any extra hardware or any aftermarket anything. But if you wanted to, you can use the T-slots on that channel there and put any kind of contraption you want, bicycles, other kind of kayak cradles if you want a kind of more of a flat sit. There's different things you can do. Doesn't need it. Assembly was super easy. It was almost completely installed. All I had to do is put on the crossbar here to connect the 2 sides and literally mount it on the crossbars. And that was, it's as easy or easier than any rooftop, anything I've ever done. No undue noise, no rattling, no whistling, no jostling. It's a solid thing. One hand operation. It's just, what can you say? It's awesome. So at the time of making this video, the UpLift system is $950, a little more expensive than some of the other ones, not nearly as expensive as some of the other ones. So it's right in the middle. So if you're someone that has a little trouble getting a kayak onto the roof of a car or SUV, or if you're just like me and you're lazy and short and you don't like climbing over your car like a monkey trying to get this thing hooked up every time, I hate it. This thing makes it awesome. It comes down to you. You can hook up, set it back up there, you're on your way, and no muss, no fuss. And it takes all that annoyance out of having to top load a kayak before and after a trip out of the equation. Makes it a pleasure. You just pull it down, put your boat on there, click it into place, down the road you go. So simple, so easy. Give it a look, MOS UpLift. So because this is put on with the U-bolts and the wing nuts, simply loosening these and removing them, you could take the whole rack off the truck. And if that's a security issue for where you live, or if you're just not comfortable leaving the rack up here unlocked, that's where the MOSRacks comes in. Super simple design. Let me show you how it works. So basically you're just gonna run that bar down through the bottom. And then put your lock on it. So now with the lock on, the UpLift is locked to your crossbar essentially. Gives you a little bit of extra security. I've never had trouble myself with any kind of crossbars or any kind of J hooks or lifts or anything ever being stolen from my car. That's not to say it couldn't happen. If you're worried about it, or if you just appreciate the little extra security feature, they've got it covered. All right, final thoughts. Love the system. They did a good job putting this together. It's engineered well, very smooth, it works well. The installation is super simple. So if you're not one that wants to assemble a bunch of things, read a bunch of kind of sketchy instructions, this is perfect. It's pretty much assembled. All you have to do is mount this crossbar that connects the front and back lift, and then mount the whole apparatus on your crossbars. It probably took 15 minutes, and no muss, no fuss. There was no confusion. There was no trying to sort out instructions, all that sort of thing. And it's engineered well. It just simply works. So being a little taller and a little bulkier, there, you know, you could say there's a little more air resistance. On the flip side, it's a more robust product. So I don't even know if it's going to matter. I'm still not over height for drive-throughs and stuff like that, so it doesn't really matter. So the whole thing weighs 33 pounds. It's pretty easy to put up there and down by yourself. The maximum carry capacity is 85 pounds. So I've got mine set at about 30 inches in between the racks. And I think you could push that. Well, definitely you can go from 20, as narrow as 20, as wide as 39, according to their ruler. But there's extra room to play. I think you could probably get, 42 or 43. And I'm sure you could go narrower than 20. Things that I wish were different, really, the only thing I really wish was different was I wish that there was a T-slot adapter to direct mount to a crossbar with that T-slot. Great product, MOSRacks.com, UpLift. Check it out, give them a look. If you're looking for a good rack with lift assist, one arm operation, this is a good one. There's a link in the description, check it out. I'll be using mine, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm Pete with the River Kings. Hope you found the video useful. Leave a comment, tell me what you think. Talk to you later. MOSRacks, it's their UpLift. It's one hand. And then you just lock it in. Yep. But two, up and down. So one hand gets it down too. I feel like a man. But yeah, I mean, I love it. I hate crawling around putting stuff on top of a car.